Busy schedules. Wish we had more time to spare. Want you around me like air. Can't get my bill.
I'm helping people, bitch.
Be there into my eyes, you was there. Show me you care. I wanna keep you around. People like us are so rare, so rare, so rare, so rare, so rare. I wanna keep you around. People like us are so rare, so rare, so rare, so rare, so.
What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's Zam YouTube? It's your girl, the goddess, and I'm back, ooh, with another one,
Go
yeah. Alright, so, today's video is gonna be, watch these spiritual bitches, okay? Watch these spiritual bitches. But before we get into the video though, I need you to like, comment, subscribe, and share. You hear me? Alright guys, remember, you are more than welcome to think that anything I say on this channel is a bunch of tomfoolery. You are more than welcome to think that anything I say is crazy or that I am crazy and I may need psychiatric help. You are more than welcome to disagree with anything I say on this channel, because why? What you think is valid in your world. Now let me repeat that. What you think is valid in your world, okay? So if you think fairies and mermaids exist, this is the channel for you. If you think Bigfoot and Sasquatch is real, this is the channel for you. If you think aliens exist, this is the channel for you. This channel is about freedom of thought. Think how you want to think. I'm not here to persuade you to believe what I believe. I'm just here to provoke thought. I'm here to shake some shit up, stir some shit up, okay? I'm here to express myself. Feel free to do the same, okay? Alright, now let's get into the video. Alright, y'all, so I saw this post on Instagram by this girl, by this girl that I follow, and I love this girl. She's very cute and pretty and artistic, and you know, I just love her page. But she posted something that made me think. So and it made me think because I didn't understand. Like, I was trying to figure out if there was a deeper meaning or deeper something that she was trying to message, that she was trying to relate to us about what she's saying, but I couldn't figure it out. Okay, I could not figure it out. I was thinking, right? So this girl posted this is what she said: thinking for ourselves don't necessarily make us smart, so stop putting emphasis on that. Then she says, being a free thinker truly don't matter if you're not making proper decisions or becoming richer as one. So I was thinking. I'm like, okay, am I tripping? What is she trying to say? You know what I'm saying? What's she trying to say? So I'm like, love. Wait a minute now. Being a free thinker don't necessarily make you smart. It absolutely makes you smart. Because if you're not a free thinker, that means you letting somebody else think for you. And that's literally dumb. That's literally stupid, to let another person think for you. That literally makes you a slave. Okay? And that's dumb to not think for yourself. To not be a free thinker. And emphasis should absolutely be put on that. It's given I read and regurgitate information. I read and retain and remember information very, very well. So I know shit, so I'm smarter than you. That's what it's given. Dr. Sebi, on a lecture I watched a long time ago, Dr. Sebi says, I'm not smarter than you. Everybody has the same amount of brain cells. I'm just more curious than you. So if y'all don't know who Dr. Sebi is, he's the man that cured all disease, right? So this man cured all disease. He, I think like they tried to sue him. What was it? The Supreme Court, or I don't know, y'all. I have no idea. I don't know anything about the court system or anything like that. But I do know that he was sued and he won his case. All right, because he was able to back up and prove, and he had like, I don't know how many AIDS patients that he claimed that came and showed the proof that they had HIV and AIDS, their test results that showed positive, and then the ones that showed negative after his treatment. And it was over like 13. I know that for a fact. It was over 13. It was either 13 or up. 13 or more patients came to prove with their diagnostic results. And they didn't take just 1 or 2 tests. They took like 5 or 6 of them hoes each. And all of them said negative after his treatment. Because he had to make sure. Because you got to make sure you got the proof and the receipts when you're dealing with the, I guess, the Supreme Court or whatever he was dealing with. The United States. Whatever, government, whatever. I don't know. But anyways, like I was saying, and then I applied his teaching to my own life and felt better, and felt better. So there's millions of other people who have done his diet, done his nutritional guide, and have reversed diseases on their own. Experience. It's an experience, not a belief, ho. Okay, anyways. Anyways, he said that the book readers told him that he was gonna die. Told him that he only had a certain amount of time to live, but the herbalist told him to fast for 40 days and 40 nights. That's all familiar, Christians? Anyways, told him to fast for 40 days and 40 nights. He had stuff like erectile dysfunction and asthma and diabetes and all of these different things. And he said on like the 30th day he got an erection. He woke up with an erection. On like the 36th day, you know, like he was saying all these things. But anyways, that's besides the point. That's besides the point. He said, I'm not smarter than you, I'm just more curious. So Dr. Sebi took it upon himself to figure out, to do the research, to figure out how that worked, how fasting, and so when they tell you that fasting is bad for you, or they tell you that no meat is bad for you, or they tell you that it's unhealthy and all of these things. But I fasted for 40 days and learned that from an herbalist, and I was totally cured. Lisa Left Eye Lopez was cured of her herpes. She went to him. It's a lot of celebrities that went to him that they don't talk about. But anyways, so if he wasn't curious about how it worked and what to do and how to figure out which foods you could eat to cure it instead of having to fast, instead of fasting, he found out another way that you could just eat alkaline food and disease can be reversed that way. So all I want us to say is thinking is important. Thinking is important, and any information that you find, that you read, come from another person's thought or research, which also came from a thought. Nothing would exist without thought, without curiosity. Nothing would exist without it. Curiosity is the art of thinking. I wonder how I can make this easier. I wonder how I could, if I can create something, if I make this and do that, we can do this and do that and do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like the man who created the cotton gin, who created the cotton gin. So I know that Google and most platforms say that Eli Whitney invented the cotton gin, but from some black scholars and researchers, they said that that's not the truth, and that a black man, a slave, invented the cotton gin, and Eli Whitney patented it. So if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. He was a slave, you know what I'm saying? He was a slave on a plantation, and he was on his plantation and was like, I wonder how I can make this shit go faster. Cause I'm tired of picking this cotton for these white people. So yeah, everything comes from a thought. Everything comes from a thought, and everybody, well, this man didn't. The man who invented the cotton gin didn't get his riches, because his slave master patented it and made the money off of it. But that was in another time. All of these inventions, everything that exists, came from a thought to make things easier. That is how inventions are created. That's how you create things, through thought. Everything exists from thought. So free thinking is absolutely important, and I don't understand that's free thinking and inventions are how you get rich. Steve Jobs created the iPhone. You know what I'm saying? That was from a thought. Hey, how can I make a portable computer? What if I made a phone that had the internet on it? So you wouldn't have to go and, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of these things came from a thought. The man that invented the car. What if I created something that could make our travels faster, instead of riding on these horses and carriages? The man who invented the toilet seat and plumbing, or whatever, the toilet seat, or whoever. What if I could create something that could make going to the bathroom a lot cleaner and easier, instead of having to squat in this hole, or clean, and be having to clean up poo and pee. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of having to go in these outhouses and whatever they did before they had toilets. You know what I mean? Like, everything exists from a thought, and so absolutely think freely. Absolutely think freely, because if you're not thinking freely, that means that you're letting somebody else think for you, and that is literally dumb. So saying that free thinking don't make you smart is ridiculous, and I don't know what she was trying to say or what she meant by that. I really wish she would clarify that, but it seems very self-explanatory. It's like learning, anyways, it seems very self-explanatory. Absolutely put emphasis on free thinking, because that's how you create. That's all I have for y'all. I mean, that's my thought of the day. While it was true that the cotton gin reduced the labor of removing seeds, it did not reduce the need for enslaved labor to grow and pick the cotton. In fact, the opposite occurred. Cotton growing became so profitable for enslavers that it greatly increased their demand for both land and enslaved labor. These white people. Alright, so y'all, watch these spiritual bitches. Watch them, because a lot of them can be manipulative. A lot of them can be fraudulent. And a lot of them some of them are just not experienced enough to be doing what they're doing on this platform, okay? Alright, so let's get into story time, okay? So this is one tarot reader on YouTube who has a distorted intuition. And what I mean by distorted intuition is that if a person is up under a spiritual attack or up under energetic manipulation, and so let's say if somebody's trying to send so let's say somebody sends, okay, well look, yeah, so let's say if somebody sends somebody energy, right, some negative energy, and that energy penetrates that other person's energy field in any type of way, even if it's for a second, even if it's for like a day, even if it's for, when she pick up on that, when she reads that energy, she'll read it as that person's energy rather than a spiritual attack. So she's unable to, her consciousness is not high enough or expanded enough to be able to have the clarity on the whole situation. All she can do is read the energy on the surface, if that makes any sense. So that's what happened to me. And by her picking that up like that as my energy, as that person's energy, as my energy, it caused confusion. You know what I'm saying? It caused confusion. So when they do these readings on YouTube, it's a general reading, which means that multiple people are probably going through the same exact thing. So if there were other people watching going through that same exact thing that she picked up, and she picked up on that, then that's further confusing people, because it's like people are like, nah, that's not. I was like, yeah, that's the energy that's around me. So they'll pick up on the energy that's being sent, that's around you. I'm like, yeah, that's the energy that was sent to me, but that's not the truth. That's not how I really feel. Then some of them will pick up on thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll just be able to read your energy and pick up on a thought that you had, and then they'll read it as that's what's going on with you. So one day I had this thought about something that was happening in my past, and I was like, so I'm not gonna speak on like my specific thought, but I'm just gonna make something up for an example. So for example, I was thinking, so let's say if you had a thought like from a long time ago where you didn't know how to, let's say you're a gymnast, and at first you didn't know how to do backflips that good, right? And now you good at backflips, but you thinking back on how you felt like you weren't good enough, like you felt like you were, mediocre, and you was just saying that I was just really mediocre back then, just having that thought. They'll have readers that'll pick up on that and then read it as, oh, this person's really mediocre at what they do, and you know what I'm saying? So they'll pick up on it. So that's what I mean by a distorted intuition. Their intuition is distorted, so they'll pick up on some energy, but they'll read it in the wrong way, and read it in the wrong way. Some of them pick up on the energy, pick up on like how people are feeling currently at the moment, even if it's not true, or whether it's true or not, they're gonna pick up and they're gonna read it as if it is. So for another example, this one girl was like telling, so there's this other spiritual YouTuber who felt like I was copying her, right? Who felt like I was copying her and taking things that she said on her channel, using it for mine. Now this girl, even though that's not the truth, and I have given this young lady her credit on the things that I did not take from her, but things that I did see on her channel that inspired me. I've given her I deleted those videos because she would not get any recognition from me or talked about on my channel because of that. But anyways, she yeah, more than once I've given this girl credit, right, on the things that did inspire my videos that came from her video. But she, not only did she take things from my channel and not give me credit for it, she kept taking things that I said from off of my videos and saying it on her channel without giving me any credit. Multiple times. She's watching this same reader, okay? This reader is telling her, she used to do pick-a-pile. This reader is telling her that I'm copying her, that I want to be a spirit, when really that's just how she feels. When really that's just her own thoughts. So you see how she's just reassuring the girl of her own delusion? She just so some readers just reassure you on what you're already thinking, whether it's right or wrong, whether it's true or not. And then in my pile, she was saying the exact opposite. Oh, this girl thinks you copying her. She wants you to think that she's copying, that you're copying her. You see what I'm saying? So she just reassures people of what they're already thinking, and that's not really helping. That's not really helping nobody. Be a professional high priestess. The only reader that I was watching just out of pure entertainment. A lot of the stuff that came out, I mean, I watched a lot of the stuff play out in my life a year later. And I'm like, oh my God, this girl said this a year ago on her video, on her YouTube channel, that this was happening. And I didn't think that none of the stuff that she was saying was about me at all, or for me at all. And when she would read, she would be able to read like what you're thinking and how you, and then she'll be able to see, like, she's able to see the bigger picture. So she's saying, okay, you might be feeling like this and this and this, but it's because someone's trying to send you energy. Somebody's spiritually attacking you. So you gotta do your return to sender. Or the reason why this and this and this is happening is because you have a spiritual block. You have a blockage in your chakra. You gotta do some clearing, do some clearing work. She would be able to actually help. She was able to actually help you. She was able to actually warn you about such things that people were gonna do before it happened spiritually. And then, so when the stuff actually started playing out in my life, I was able to defend and protect myself because she had already said it, and I was already informed about what was going on. So you have to, if you watching readers on YouTube, you have to make sure these girls are legit. You have to make sure these girls are really qualified to do what they're doing. Some of these girls, I had one girl who, okay, this one is the funniest one. So I had one girl, I'm watching one girl, and she's talking about, alright, so I was thinking about how to do my hair. I was like, I think I'm gonna do my hair. Actually, I was thinking about doing it like this, how I have it today, right? And then I watched a reading. I watched this girl's reading before I did my hair to do a YouTube video, right? And she, in the reading, she's like, what she say? She was saying your haters are copying you. And she act like, and they think that you don't know that you copying their hairstyle and trying to say, well, let me do it a little different so that so-and-so won't think that I'm copying her, right? So I watched that and I'm like, oh shoot, I was actually gonna do my hair like that, but let me do it a little different so that she won't think that I'm copying her. Then I'm thinking, I'm like, oh wow. I'm like, okay, so this girl really, now this is the girl I actually liked. I felt like she was actually good at what she did, at what, good at reading tarot. And I was like, oh, she good. Like, she's, in detailed and in depth. And she has, she understands spiritual attack, spiritual warfare. She has the experience, you know what I'm saying, with that, to be able to, pick up on that when somebody's trying to manipulate something spiritually, mentally. And she's able to pick up on that and, and help people. Like, hey, this is what's happening to you, blah, blah, blah. Now, this is a hairstyle that is very common. Like, I've been wearing half up and half down since I was a child. She act like she invented this hairstyle. And it's just like, girl, I don't hate you. And then she said haters. I was like, girl, like, I'm like a whole fan out here. When really they the ones that's hating. When really they the ones that's the haters. And they want to believe that you are copying them or stealing from them so damn bad. So they'll read the energy or see it how they want to see it, just to make themselves seem superior. Same thing with the other, is the girl who I was talking about with the picker card. Like, she would say stuff like, she would read stuff like, this person spends a lot of time at home and she ain't really got nothing going on. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm healing myself. I'm taking time to heal myself because I have gone through heavy spiritual attacks. Heavy spiritual attacks. And I'm still trying to clear blockages. I'm taking this time for myself to clear blockages. To clear and lift this and get this energy and clean my spirit so that I can be the best version of myself to do whatever it is that I'm gonna do when I start doing it. But your cards didn't tell you that though. And then they'll pick up on that, and then they'll use that to make themselves feel like they're better or more superior. Oh, she ain't got nothing going on. She ain't got nothing going on. And I'm like, that was crazy. I'm like, wow, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Then they'll use information, they'll spy on people. They'll use information, the same girl will spy on people, use information that she finds out in tarot, and then like put it on blast on the internet. So this one dude, so it was a dude that's very popular on YouTube, and he asked, I guess he was attracted to her and asked her, but the girl is married. And so so she, declined him or, rejected him or whatever. And then he, felt rejected. He was like, why you gonna reject me? Feeling a type of way. And then so she'll get on YouTube acting like she's doing a reading for the collective, when really she's just reading, when really she's just trying to read on people so that she could put them on blast. So she put his business out. She said this person got something, he got a baby on the way, and he got this going on, he got that going on, because he made a video because he felt rejected. So he made a video saying tarot is a scam, right? Tarot is a scam. And just because he made that video, not mentioning the girl's name, not saying nothing about this specific girl, just talking about tarot and how he felt about tarot, and then put all his business out on the internet. So they'll use stuff that they find out in readings and then blast you on the internet, and try to blast you on the internet just to uplift themselves. This the same girl that's reading spiritual attacks, who don't understand spiritual attacks, who don't understand manipulated energy, and tapping and reading cards, tapping into people's spirit, tapping into people's energy, saying that she's trying to help a collective when all she does is gossip. She reassures people of their delusion. And what else? And when she is right, when she does read the energy right, she can't pick up the picture, the full story. She only reads and can pick up on the energy that's on the surface. So you have to watch these tarot. You have to watch these tarot girls. And then you got the ones who are devils who are negative, and they just putting out energy, all types of manipulative energy, and doing foul stuff on the low to people, to certain people. I'm not gonna even get into that, but y'all gotta be careful. Y'all gotta be careful with this spiritual stuff. Now y'all gotta be careful. Even me, if you feel like if I make you anxious in any way, stop watching me. If I make you feel weird, stop watching me. Now, if you triggered, keep watching me, because that is a signal. That is your spirit giving you a signal on this is something that you need to keep. That's something that you need to think about. That's something that you need to ponder on. Okay? But anyways, then you have girls who are just straight frauds. You know, they'll be on here talking about God and preaching down. There was this one girl who used to preach down, baby, preach down. And while she's preaching on the internet, excuse me guys, she's preaching on the internet and giving you all the Bible verses, baby, telling you everything, right? Then you go on her Instagram and she got an OnlyFans link in her bio. She got an OnlyFans link in her bio. Not only do she have an OnlyFans link in her bio, she on there naked. She on there with her booty out, twerking and thongs and all this stuff. But then she get on YouTube and tell y'all God is good and start preaching. I'm relying on God for this money and this lifestyle that I'm living. I'm relying on God for all of this stuff. God gave me all of this stuff. When she popping on OnlyFans. When she popping on OnlyFans. Spirituality is what was giving her attention. So she was using spirituality to run her followers up because she wanted to be this social media girl. Because she wanted to be this social media girl. Fraud. That's what I'm saying. You got to watch these frauds. So she, preaching down. But she only preaching to y'all to make y'all feel good so that you can keep on subscribing. And you keep on subscribing, then I can lead you to my Instagram page and my TikTok and run up my followers and stuff on there so that I can become this social media influencer, mogul, whatever she want to do, whatever it is that she's trying to do. So she got all this designer and then trying to call me witch, saying that I'm a witch and I'm a this and I'm a that. But she on OnlyFans popping up. Girl, get out of here. Last but not least, that same girl who was saying that I was copying her and then was copying me and not giving me the credit, tried to do some slick stuff with some candles to stop my YouTube. To stop my YouTube channel. Because she's intimidated by other spiritual YouTubers. Or maybe she's just intimidated by me. By my YouTube. Because I'm actually authentic. And I'm actually speaking on real experiences. And I'm not just taking stuff from other people. I'm just talking about my real experiences. And maybe, I'm taking from things that I learned from other people. That I applied to my life. for those experiences. Okay, so you gotta watch these spiritual bitches. These hoes is hoes. A lot of them is hoes. A lot of them are frauds, and a lot of them are just downright dirty, negative, and just devil demons. Okay, so that's actually all I have for y'all today. And remember, look, even me, watch me. If I make you feel some type of way, stop watching me. But only keep watching me if I make you feel good and if you're triggered. Those are the two feelings that should tell you to keep on watching me. Otherwise, anxiety, anything less anxious, yeah, anxiety, those are negative feelings. If I make you feel like that in any type of way, then stop watching me. All right, so that goes for me too. If you feel like my intuition, well, I don't read tarot, but if you feel like don't know what I'm talking about and whatever, stop watching me. All right, and that's all I have for y'all today, and y'all have a good one.
A lot of people don't know this about the school system. In 1903, John D. Rockefeller founded the General Education Board, and within 5 years, adjusted for inflation, he would go on to donate over $1.27 billion. In Rockefeller's own words, "I don't want a nation of thinkers, I want a nation of workers." The school system was made to turn you into a slave. Thinking critically and seeking truth are acts of rebellion.
And remember, don't be a hoe.